Hey there guys, Luke here with the Outdoor Gear Review. Hope you're all doing well. Tonight for this video, we're going to be taking a look at the bag that I'll be carrying on my overnight stealth camping video, which is coming up in the next couple of days. So basically what I'm going to be showing off here is just the pack and the loadout that I'll be carrying. This is a pretty small system that I've got. It's basically meant to, for speed, not so much for comfort. This is all about distance with our next trip. So I'm pretty excited to show this off to you guys. On Saturday, I went kayaking with some friends of mine, and we had an absolute blast. Before I went out on this kayaking trip, I made sure to put sunblock on all the areas, but I didn't take into account one thing. I put the sunblock on my legs. I didn't think about when I sat down in the kayak how my shorts would ride up. So there's a small area of skin about this wide on my legs that got absolutely toasted. My plan was to go out for our overnight trip tonight actually, but my body's just not ready for it. I know that as soon as I start sweating, I'm going to start to blister and peel, and I don't want to do that. It's still too sensitive, it's too raw, it's too bad of a burn to have it peel already. So basically what I'm trying to do is let it heal up, and then we'll do the trip just a little bit later towards the end of the week. But I guess I'll go ahead and show you guys what I'm working with here sunburn wise. That's pretty painful. As you guys can see here are my legs, and I made sure to put sunblock on. Sunblock all the way up to up to the knee, I guess, is where the shorts were. So really, that was my fault for not paying attention in the kayak. I didn't notice that my shorts had ridden up while I was paddling away, and I got burned pretty nice. It's funny. It rained, it stormed during that trip. It was absolutely awesome. And, I didn't even think about you could still get burned with it being cloudy, and I definitely did. So the last couple days I've been in pain, been hurting. Yesterday the pain completely goes away, and then comes that healing itch. And anybody that's been sunburned pretty bad knows that when it starts to heal, it itches like crazy. So, if I'm making this video and I'm scratching my legs the entire time, forgive me, that's why. But without further wait, let's dig into this bag here. Let me show it off to you guys and show you the gear that I'll be taking with me. Husky. This is my Husky Dallas. She's about 8 years old, and she is a very, very sweet dog. Girlfriend. Of course, she doesn't make a very good hiking companion. Basically, if you guys have Huskies or know anybody that has a Husky, they're runners. Either you have to have them on a leash and play tug of war, or you let them go and they'll be 10 miles away from you in no time. But she's a really good dog. So basically, touching on the gear that we'll have in our pack here, we will be using the BK-16. This is what I'll be carrying on my hip here. It's about time to test out this knife. And it's something that's lightweight, something I could really get some good speed with, and it's still functional. I did replace the handles with the Coyote Brown ones, which I really, really like. So that's pretty sick. This, of course, will be on my hip. All the gear that I take out of this pack I'll be putting onto a table over here. And then when we go through everything, I'll show you guys all the gear as it's laid out. Of course, we have our GPS unit. This is very important for where we are going. We're going to be traveling a lot of miles, we're going to be moving fast, and we're also going to be moving on a path that I haven't been on before. So this will be recording our trek back and forth. Very, very important. I have extra batteries for this, and this is the Garmin GPS Map 62 STC GPS unit. And it takes a couple seconds for it to lock on, but once it does a really, really good job. Very versatile, very strong, very good GPS. Before we go to the contents of the bag, might as well point out this is the 3-day assault pack for the FILBE system. This does have the assault pouch connected to it through the PALS webbing, and very sturdy. I'll have to do a video showing you guys how to attach the PALS webbing. It takes a little bit of time, but man, it is not coming off. No way. They say it's a 3-day assault pack, and I guess you could push it that far. For me, it's an overnight bag. I personally would want a little bit more space if I was going to go for 3 days. But for our stealth camping trip, this is really the ticket. The entire pack here comes in at 23 pounds, and of course most of that is water. There is one heavy item. I'll show you guys that here in just a little bit. But this pack rocks. I've used it for over 100 miles worth of backpacking and hiking so far. So I can really tell you that it is well worth the money. This dog is starved for attention, as you can tell. Silly husky. Alright, now let's dig into those pockets. We'll start here with this top pocket, and this is the assault pouch. And what I have here I have 4 tent stakes and a full, let's see, it doesn't actually say how much is here. I believe this is 100 feet of paracord, but I could be mistaken. This will definitely come in handy when I'm storing my food, because I'll definitely string this up into a tree. This is bear season. There's bears everywhere, so that's really important. You definitely don't want to leave food inside of your shelter around you when you're in the mountains like we are. I could also use this for my tarp that I'll be bringing with me. I'll show you guys that here in just a minute. We have just a cup. I can make some coffee in this. I can heat my food in this if I want to, boil water, so on and so forth. Since the husky moved, I guess I'll take her place. She's down here on the floor. Here we have our miscellaneous bag. And pretty much if you guys have seen my other videos, you guys already know what's in here. But I'll go ahead and show it to you. There is one new addition, which I'm excited to test out. We have toilet paper, toothbrush, toothpaste. Here's a note. If you're brushing your teeth, don't spit out your toothpaste around your campsite. A lot of times that minty flavor that comes in toothpaste can draw in animals. So just be cautious about it. Extra batteries for my headlamp, for my GPS unit. I also have a photon light, flashlight. Let's see, very bright. I have a first aid kit, just with the basics. You know, if you get cut, minor stuff, this will definitely be able to take care of it. I do have some antihistamine in case of bug bite, sinus pills, pain reliever, so on and so forth. All that good stuff. And of course I have my headlamp. Works fantastic. To show off my new piece of kit that I've added to this, let me turn these lights off real fast. A moment ago, I showed you the photon light. Here we go. Very bright little light, especially for its size. Pretty nice. Let me show you what our new item is. Check that out. Red light. Very, very cool. Very, very bright. Red light is a whole lot better, just like green light at nighttime. If you're going to be stealth camping, you do not want to use a white light such as this. That is so much more noticeable in the pitch dark than this right here. Definitely having the right sort of flashlight, the right type of light for your situation is extremely important. So for our stealth campout video, we definitely want to make sure that we're using red light, not white light, unless we absolutely have to. Now we're moving down to the second big pocket on this pack. And we have a SteriPen Adventurer. And this is for purifying our water. Very, very handy. For the sake of this trip, and because I want to move fast, I'm not carrying a great deal of water. My plan is to refill on the go, not waste any time. I don't want it weighing me down. So one liter of water weighs 2.2 pounds. So you can think that adds up. Now, of course, we have our camera bag. We have an additional digital camera for some pictures, so some extra memory cards, and some extra batteries for that camera right there. Food bag. Same old stuff. I've got instant coffee. I've got oatmeal. I've got protein bars. I have my washcloth, my titanium spoon spork combo from Light My Fire. I also have a large Ziploc bag, which I can put this bag into, and I could string this up in a tree, and my food and stuff won't get wet. Also, in that pocket, I have my fire kit. Of course, I have just a little bit of magnesium shavings in here, just in case I need to start a real fire, which I do not plan on doing on this camp out. I do have a little tea light candle that I'm going to be testing out. I'm going to see if I can't cook by this. I've never actually used one of these for heating food or water. So, I might even use this to boil my water for my coffee, just to see how it does. These are extremely lightweight, so it'd be interesting to see how long they burn for. You can get a box of hundreds of these for nothing, absolutely nothing. So I'm going to take one of these and test that out. Of course, I have my ferro rod, my striker. I have a piece of tin foil for a windscreen or a lid. I also have a bunch of fire cubes here. I have 7 of these, and that's what I'm going to be using to cook with and heat my coffee, water, so on and so forth. When you're out stealth camping, you don't want to have a fire. That's not stealth camping. Basically, that leaves us up to the food. What do I always bring with me when I go out? Can of baked beans, baby. Gotta have the baked beans. Absolutely. And also, in addition, I also have a can of chicken, broccoli, cheese with potato soup. Not too shabby. So these two together, I can maybe make one into lunch, one in a dinner, both in a dinner, just depending on what time, how all this plays out exactly. But that's basically my meal for our trip. I do have oatmeal for the morning, for the jet back to the house. We've touched upon the assault pouch, the bottom pocket, and now it's time to go to the inside. And I'll show you guys the main bit of gear. Here is our sleeping bag for the night. And this is a Go Light compression sack, but this is not a Go Light bag. Actually, it's not a bag at all. You guys have seen this before. And I'm not going to unroll the whole thing, but it's the United States Marine Corps Woobie blanket. Very, very nice. We used this in one of our previous camping trips, and we're going to use it again. I thought about bringing the 20-degree three-season sleeping bag, but it's just too warm for that bag. I figured this will work out a whole lot better. The temperatures are forecasted to be the low 50s, so there's no need to bring a 20-degree sleeping bag out, especially when I can save a lot of space in my pack and I can use this. Of course, I have my hat here, and this is a Marpat camo pattern. Love this hat, man. What a score. Got this one and the other one, if you guys have seen it, for practically nothing off of eBay. Really, really top quality. Really good hat. For the environment that we're going to be out in, Marpat is the perfect camouflage pattern. It blends absolutely in. Really is top notch. For the sleeping pad, this is a Pacific Outdoors sleeping pad. It's pretty good. It's super lightweight. Super lightweight. Comfort's pretty good. Not the best in the world. But definitely super small. And that's really important for this kit here. Here we have a pack cover. It is coyote brown. Basically matches the same color as this pack. According to the specs, this pack is waterproof. I say it's highly water resistant, not waterproof. So this is just extra insurance. Simple as that. Of course, you guys have seen this. This is just a bubble wrap envelope that I've cut up. I use this to sit on wet objects. That way my pants don't get wet when I sit on it. Nothing to it. Here I have a trash bag and just a regular plastic bag. And what I will do is I will wrap my backpack up in this trash bag at nighttime. That way mice and so on don't get to it. It also protects it from the elements. And with the little plastic bag, I'll put my shoes in that to keep the bugs out of it at nighttime, out of them at nighttime and so on. Poncho. This is just a simple High Sierra poncho. Works really, really well. I actually tested this out for the first time the other day when I was kayaking. And I mean, I'll tell you what, that was really fun actually, because the river's already up because we've been getting a lot of rain this year. And so, you know, the sky's looking pretty good, except for this one dark cloud that's right above us. And of course, what you know, that one little cloud turns into a raging thunderstorm while we're on the river. So this came in handy. I stayed nice and dry. So, works really well. Really small form factor, doesn't weigh a lot. I'm not sure what the model of this is. I got this off of a gear site for a killer deal. If anybody's actually interested, let me know and I'll find out for you. Now, on each side of this pack, I have, let's see, water bottles. I have a big, clean water bottle, which I have full of water. And this is what I'm going to be drinking while I run and gun and get it done. This is a Nalgene bottle that I have water in at the moment. I'm not sure. I might empty this out and just use this to refill and purify and then dump back into this. Of course, if I had to, in an emergency situation, I can use this to boil my water, which would be absolutely fine and dandy. At the moment, both of them are full. That does add a couple pounds worth of weight. I don't know. I could definitely dump this out and just go with this and just fill up as I go. We'll see what I decide to do. I should say that with this Nalgene bottle and this wide mouth, it's the perfect size to use the Steri pen to purify your water. Absolutely perfect. Now we're moving up to the last items in my pack. And this is basically our sleep system, our shelter, so on and so forth. And here we have, this is the United States Marine Corps improved 3-season Bibby. This does have the bug netting that goes across your face. It has the wire stays in it. Will actually keep that from touching your face. So yes, we're going to be sleeping on the ground. Very, very low profile. That's the ticket when you're going stealth camping. You don't want to have a big orange tent out in a green field, if you know what I mean. So we want to blend in. And coyote brown is a terrific way to do that. And of course, you know, I'm going to use a ground fly with this, and that's just because I just want to make sure to take extra good care of this, just like all of my gear. I want to make sure that I can use this for years and years to come, and the best way to do that is to protect it with just a simple ground fly. This actually goes to a black diamond bivvy, so I figured, hey, these two should go hand in hand together pretty well. This don't weigh a whole lot. In conjunction with our bivvy, I do have a Marpat field tarp. And this is heavy. This is also extremely nice. Hi, Dee. What a good dog. I know she'd love to go out with me, but she's got the heart and not the legs, if you know what I mean. But this is really nice. We're going to set this up over top of our bivvy, and this will provide us some pretty good shelter from the elements. There is a good chance that it will rain, of course, and you know, having this set up and being able to hop outside of the bivvy and change clothes, get my gear ready, pack up, is going to be extremely nice. So I'm really, really fortunate to have this. This will be the first time actually using this, and I'll go ahead and post some pictures of this. Hey, girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. I know. I love this dog. She's such a sweetie. But this will really be beneficial to have out there. And of course, it has that Marpat pattern on the, when you fold it out, it's actually two-sided. So one side you have the Marpat, on the inside you have a coyote brown color. I'll show you guys some pictures of it. Very, very nice. Stole my spot, lame-o. Alright guys, that's it. That's all the gear that will be taken with us on our stealth hike, which I'm really, really excited to do. All I gotta do is just give it a couple more days, let these legs heal up just a tad bit more, and we'll be ready to go. So certainly by the time of the weekend, we'll be ready. So I guess before we end this, I'll go back and I'll show you guys everything that we have in this pack that will be taken with us. There is all the gear that fit inside of our assault pack. BK16 on our hip, GPS unit running on our pack with extra batteries. We have a cup here for boiling water, coffee, cooking, so on and so forth. We have rope for our tarp if we need it, our bear line, our pack, whatever. Miscellaneous kit, extra batteries for everything, first aid kit, toilet paper, toothbrush, even some lights, as you see here. Battery kit, memory cards, so on. Stereo pin, just to purify some water as we go. Here we have our food, our soup, our baked beans. Here's a food bag with our spork, bag to store it in, tie it up. Fire kit, all that good stuff. We have our field tarp, our whoopee blanket, sleeping pad, have our hat, pack cover. We have our High Sierra poncho, trash bag, and bag for our shoes, padded envelope to sit on, ground fly, tarp, water, and that's for me. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. We've taken a look at my loadout for the stealth hike, which is coming up in the next couple of days. It's going to be a lot of fun, I'm sure. But guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Be well.